Greetings of peace and joy. I am Mirasol Narvacan.
I am Miles Gupong.
I am Yves Kimio.
As representatives of our group with Lawrence Balansay and Henry Mojares, we will be presenting our study entitled Assessment on Student Wellness and Their Attitude Towards Distance Learning Modality. Good morning everyone, I am Rob Unico.
Learning environments are dubbed as the second home of students as education transmits values, beliefs, and traditions. It is the basic foundation of knowledge and the child's building blocks necessary for cognitive, moral, and skills development. With the young ones spending most of their time within the learning institutions, it greatly influences their well-being and attitude.
As stated by School Reader 2020, the new learning delivery modality takes toll on the lives of those in higher education as increased workload and learning load became a problem. Proper addressment shall be done as it is a threat to the well-being of students. Both physical, emotional, and mental health shall be a concern as it is a hindrance to fulfill their responsibilities. These domains shall be identified properly and be utilized as key indicators to support their needs.
Attitude, in a psychological aspect, is often the result of what people experience. Events in life can have a powerful influence over behavior. Cherry 2021 mentioned that it can change. Attitude is not always in its content state. Attitude is the evaluation of things both in positive and negative way. It can basically make changes to a person's life in every aspect. With the learning competency having its own standard, negative attitude may be an obstacle to a student's accomplishment of what is required.
The researchers conducted this study to identify the correlation between the well-being of students and their attitude in accordance to the introduction of distance learning modalities.
It's specifically intended to determine the relationship between the students' physical, mental, and emotional health and their attitude as new mode of learning were implemented. This aimed to answer the following research questions. What is the profile of respondents in terms of age, sex, and chosen distance learning modality? How do the respondents assess their attitude in studying in distance learning modality?
How do the respondents assess the status of their wellness in terms of physical health, mental health, and emotional health? And is there significant relationship between the students' wellness and their attitude on distance learning modality?
This study utilized a correlation design of quantitative research. This method was chosen because it is fit on the investigated variables in the study. The respondents of this study are 102 senior high school students in Tanawan City Integrated High School. To produce valid result of this study, the respondents were selected using availability sampling.
To elicit the information needed in this study, the researchers decided to use a self-constructed validated questionnaire. Weighted mean, composite mean, and percent correlation coefficient were utilized as the tools to statistically test the null hypothesis and to determine the significant relationship between the students' physical, mental, and emotional health and their attitude.
The findings are evaluated and interpreted in order to respond to the research question posed in this study. Table 1.1 implies the frequency and percentage of the respondents' age. The table shows that 9.80% or 10 of the respondents is 16 years old. 64.70% or 66 of the respondents are 17 years old. And 25.50% or 26 of the respondents are 18 years and above. Table 1.2 displays the frequency and percentage of the respondents' profile in terms of their sex. As stated in the table, 40.20% or 41 of the respondents are male, and 59.80% or 61 are female. As presented in Table 1.3, 34 or 33.30% of them are online students, 59 or 57.80% are modular digitized students, and 9 or 8.80% are printed modular students.
The tabulated data are the respondents' attitude in studying in distance learning modality, being connected through the internet, communication with their classmates, and having the ability to understand what to do in the activities in the self-learning modules are strongest in this category. On the other hand, it also infers that students' schedule and time management, their seek for assistance and studying in advance, are their attitude's weak points. The composite mean 2.99 is an evidence that students' attitude towards studying in distance learning modality is mainly positive.
The following results are the respondents' assessments of their physical, mental, and emotional health. The composite means is 2.71, 3.14, and 3.22 respectively. These are indication of students' positive wellness in this aforementioned domain.
This portion contains the correlation. Table 4 presents the respondent's attitude on distance learning modality is significantly related to their physical wellness, mental wellness, and emotional wellness. These results imply that the respondent's mindset, adjustments, and coping strategies on distance learning modality affects their physical, mental, and emotional health.
It can be concluded in this study that there is a significant relationship between the students' wellness in terms of physical, emotional, and mental health, and their attitude on distance learning modality, and there is a higher correlation between these two variables.
The following are the recommendations the researchers formulated from the findings and conclusion of the study. The educational ministries, monitoring the health status and wellness of their students may help them know the learner's need and focus on what shall be addressed. Learning facilities may hold events and projects that students are credible to engage in for their facility to promote their learners' well-being. Parents may support their children by reminding them to engage in physical activities, leisure activities, and open to lessen their burdens and release their stress. Constant communication with the family may help them to manage their emotions positively that will be good for their mental and emotional health.
Students shall be mindful of their wellness in terms of physical health, emotional health, and mental health. Monitoring their health may help ensure their safety, have proper sleep, and a healthy diet. Students shall keep a good and healthy wellness that may help them to be more focused on their studies and decrease health risks. Finally, future researchers may conduct a similar or related to this study regarding assessment on students' wellness and their attitude toward distance learning modality. They may also use this study as a reference to their research with regards to this study.
That concludes our presentation with our research entitled Assessment on Students' Wellness and Their Attitude Towards Distance Learning Modality. Once again, I am Rob Unico.
I am Miles Gupong.
I am Yves Kimyo.
And I am Mirasol Narvacan. Thank you.